Oh, hello.
Hi,
How
how are you?
your hair is getting longer,
Yeah, very, very
but
long.
you're still handsome. But you're still handsome. You know that. Okay. So how are you doing?
I'm great. I'm fine, thanks.
Actually, I like
How
the background, the yellow background, the same style on your shirt and your logo, you know. So that's impressive. That's an influencer. Okay. So Mohammed, how is family doing good?
Yeah, alhamdulillah, we're doing fine.
الحمد لله. حبيت نقول لك برك رساله ليك ولي بارون تاعك. انا المسيله اول خطره رحت لبلاصه اسمها المعاضيد. جو سي با اسكو تعرفها.
Yes.
Eh?
فوالا
Yes.
فوالا سيتي لا بروميير فوا تما اللي ناكل الزفيطي. انا كنت نسمع عليه تو مي سيتي ان بليزير. انا بارمي لي بلا بريفيري عندي الناس يعرفوها هي الشخشوخه. مي الشخشوخه تاع كنتاوتي سي اكسيبسيونيل. فريمون جو تير شابو على هذاك لو بلا. فوالا.
You can come and eat one if you want to, you know. And you know,
بالاخر انا نجيب العرضه هذيك تاع ارواح وزعما وضياف قدام الناس. انا نجي شوف نجي هلا مدام ديري لي شخشوقه الصفيطه اللي شفنا ناكلها انا ومحمد. اوكي.
so where are you from, really? I don't know that.
انا شوف انا يا اخو انا ام فروم كونستانتين. انا من قسنطينه من الشرق.
I was just in Constantine like a couple of days ago.
I saw your photos in the mosque, the Amir Abdel Qadir. How
Yeah.
did you find Constantine, by the way? As you see,
We were on a mission for Shuruk. We were first shooting a couple of episodes. I can't spoil it, but it's going to be in Ramadan, inshallah.
inshallah, inshallah. Hope to see you again and again in television. I've seen too much videos of you in Jazeera, in Shuruk, Nahar, so many things. And like, why not in TED Talks? I see that.
That's my dream, you know.
I'm doing my best to get you there. Trust me. I've talked to everybody that I know in USA to get you there. Just, I want to know something. You can answer, you or your mother. Which kind or which category do you want the most to talk in TED Talks?
Humanity.
So you want to talk about humanity in TED Talks? Okay, I know that you are 27. I'm talking to someone who's 27. Just, but I want to say, I must say that I'm so proud of your parents, especially your mother. By the way, خاوتي الوالده تاعو ماهيش قرات لونجلي ولا تقري اونجلي، راهي عندها الله يبارك ليسونس اون فرونسي. سافو دير طريقه التعليم تاعها كانت يعني بيرفكت. علمته وكانه في كراش، جابت وليداتها هكذا دارت لهم بتيت كراش كذا، وكما نقولوا حنا تعلم فيهم في اللغه الانجليزيه بطريقه مش ممله. اون ميم طون يضحكوا، اون ميم طون يلعبوا، اون ميم طون يتعلموا، والنتيجه كتشوفوا فيها قدامكم اللي هو محمد توكس. محمد توكس صدقوني انا كاين دي فيديو شفتهم عنده كان المورال طايح. انا اللي دائما نبان لكم موتيفيا، انا اللي نبان لكم دائما بوزيتيف مايند. كاين دي فيديو تاعو هو طلعوا لي انا المورال باش تشوف الانفلونس تاعكم قادره توصل. اوكي.
Thank you.
So what do?
So great. It's awesome. You know, I was just doing a little bit of sports, and thank you so much for inviting me. It's really awesome to speak with many people and exchange knowledge. Like, that's my favorite thing in life, is to know more people that can help me and I can help them.
Yeah, help them for sure. I know that and I feel that. Okay, if you don't mind, there's a question. They told me, how did you learn English? Was it boring for you at first?
I mean, honestly, when I was a kid, so like a kid who doesn't know what boring means yet. Because the first time he learns what boring is when he starts being patient and learning, like going from being a child to a kid. There's a difference between a child and a kid.
Exactly.
A child is a 5-year-old, a 2-year-old, a 6-year-old, and then a kid is like between a 7 and a 10, or 7 and a 12. And then the 13 is a teen, and then the adult is from 19 and above. So like, once you're a kid and you're like 5, 6 years old, you don't know what boring is. So you just pick up anything you hear. You pick up avocados, you pick up alphabet, you pick up anything. So if you have like a child or anything, you might as well start teaching them once they're 1 year old.
Of course, of course. When the other kids get joy and happiness from toys, you get in from learning English and some languages. ديجا اخر مره كي حكيت على البروفيت الرسول عليه الصلاه والسلام عجبني بزاف واش هضرت. سانسيرمون اونتر بارونتيز، وهذا الحديث راه موجه لوالديك ثاني. عجبتني انه خلاوك سبونطاني، خلاوك وحدك تكون بالطريقه هذيك، علاش تغلط. سي فري لازم ينكادريوك، هذه على بالنا لازم ياطروك. The most thing that I like about you, your body language is exactly of a storyteller, of an excellent speaker. You know, only the excellent speaker who doing things with the body language. You know, when you use your hands, you mean that you want to explain something to someone. You know, كلي هو تالمو حاب يشرح هذيك المعلومه ولا للناس وحاب يوصلها لهم بهذيك لا فاصون، تلقاه يوتيليزي كلي يديه يقول لك دير هكا ودير هكذا. That thing means a lot for me.
Yeah, I mean, I did like make a video and I posted it recently. It's about how to be an excellent presenter. And I read that book. It was a very nice book. And yeah, it was just a couple of pages on how to be an excellent presenter. And I read it. I learned from it. And I had body language since I was like 5. I would ordinarily just speak with my hands without even knowing. Like right now, I don't even control these. They have a mind of their own.
Yeah.
So yeah, I just have that. It's a natural way, I guess.
Exactly. Just كاينه remark حبيت نعطيها لك. I heard that you الوالده تاعك قالت باللي نتايا you start walking earlier. You know, بديت تمشي في وقت صغير، يعني بالتولى عباك باللي only smart people who can do that. في بالك في عمري 3 سنين ل 4 سنين، انا طولت اخويا، شبعت وانا نحبو. هو يقول لكم في عمر صغير بديت ديجا نكالي بالحيط. هذه صافي دير كوا، صافي دير ديجا عنده واحد النيفو دانتيليجونس غير عادي بالنسبه للناس. هذه الفاكتور هذا العنصر مع التربيه تاع الوالده تاعو وطريقه التعليم تاعها خلقوا واحد الكيمستري، خرج لنا محمد توكس. اوكي جات هذه كانت
I actually started speaking in 7 months, like normally, like speaking in Arabic in 7 months.
ما شاء الله. خلينا دوك نعمل لك كومبليمنت، كثرتك بزاف اخويا. حبيت نسقسيك حاجه. هاد كل نهار شفت انا في واحد لا فيديو تاعك حكيت على 4 skills ولا 4 tips you have to know to learn English. You got this fluid English. Can you remind us, for my community, I'm gonna translate for them.
How to learn English. This is for either a kid or like not for a child, but for a kid or a teen or an adult or above. Just first, there are the 4 skills that you need to learn, and these 4 skills are listening, speaking, reading, and writing. Now, reading and like listening, these 2 are both inputs. They're a part of the skills that you use every time and everywhere you go, and you need to adapt with them. But speaking and writing are outputs, so you output them into your daily life, but you may not want to use them because they say that the more you listen, the less you speak. So you don't want to speak too much, and you want to listen, because once you get more information in there, when you speak, you will have like a bank in here stored. You don't immediately hear something and repeat it and say your knowledge. Then you will be very predictable, and yeah, you won't have anything else to say. So, listening. How do you improve your listening? One thing is you could listen to one of my podcasts, like that one or that one, and or you could listen to other podcasts like AJ Hoax. There are way much more podcasts, and each one has a specific, certain amount of vocabulary. Once you learn that, you listen to the podcast. Well, after that, you re-listen and you re-listen until you know how the words are pronounced. And then when you listen and repeat, that's how you improve your speaking. Now, reading and writing come natural, because if you can speak and if you can listen, you can read. Because if you can see that thing, and you know how to say that thing, you can read it. Honestly, I don't know how I learned it reading. I was like, one day I picked up a book and I just read the words, I guess. I mean, like, it's like I had them in here already. I already knew them. So it was easy to define them and define the letters. You start reading letter by letter, then word by word, then sentence, then paragraph, then book, and etc.
Even for me, reading and writing seems much easier than listening and speaking, And even people who listen the most learn the most. So let me just explain to my community what you just say. قال باللي باش تتعلم انت كاين 4 حوايج، 4 اساسيات باش تتعلم لغه معينه. والسمع التكلم، القراءة والكتابة، هذه حاجة باينة. قال لكم باللي السمع والقراءة هادو حوايج انبوت، يعني حوايج انت تستقبلهم، والاوتبوت كيما تكتب وكيما تتكلم، حاجه باينه خارجه منك نتايا. باش تحسن نتايا تعلم اللغه تاعك هذاك لازم تتعلم انك تسمع اكثر وما تهدرش بزاف. ريدين حتخليك تهز ثوتس، تخليك تهز افكار، فوالا. رايتين حتخليك تترجم افكار، اسمها تجي ستيب جاست افتر ذات. اوكي، عرفت نشرح ولا ما نعرفش؟ ام باتي. ثانك يو بلي عرفت تقري سير غدوه نحل شيخ في كندا. Okay, so Mohammed, if I ask you about this thing, where you can see you after 5 years? Do you just want to be an influencer, a YouTuber?
I mean, if I live in 5 years, I would rather be like maybe a physics scientist, and then graduate, make like 1,000, maybe even 1,000,000. I don't know how much. At least like invent cool things and change the world, and then maybe I'll sit by my PC and start playing games when I'm 50.
Why not? يرى ترابي الايام ولا اللي ما دارهمش في صغر. مي سي بيان. حسيت باللي تشتي الفلك وتشتي الفيزياء بزاف.
I want to have, well, this is like my life plan. I want to have 2 diplomas, one as a physics scientist and one as like a science for like the nature, علوم طبيعية.
Yeah.
Because you need medicine and like physics and computer science, which is physics, a part of physics. So that's what I'm trying to aim for. If I can get a university and graduate faster, I could probably grab a little portion of my life and just trim it a little bit. Those 12 years of learning.
Yeah.
Let's make it like 5 or 6, half maybe. Why not? So yeah, I just want to use my life better, because I see that most of the people who graduate from school mainly almost like forget most of the things they learn in school.
Exactly.
And what they learn is what they need. And that's what the school gives you. School just gives you the guide of what you need and what you like and what you don't like. Because school has different sciences, different like materials that you can learn, and you're just gonna pick 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 of them. You're not gonna learn everything, because you're gonna have one thing that you probably don't like to, or one thing that you're like that's not your goal, or one thing that you just don't like, or one thing that you hate, or something that you love and you want to study. So yeah, I want to do physics and medicine. Medicine, not medicine, the one that's like let me get the words.
So you get scared when you see bloods? It seems like you get scared when you see bloods.
Yeah, when I see blood, I don't like it. I like.
Okay.
My body doesn't.
When I see bloods, I between us, I puke. I don't know. Really? Okay. Do you know, as a vlogger, I inspire people to motivate them to get to achieve their dreams. So can you talk a little bit about positivity, since is my subject in my vlogs, if you want?
Positivity is something that's very underestimated. People very much underestimate positivity. Why? Because let me tell you, most of the people, like, they see, oh, wow, this guy who was dancing on the rooftop got 1,000 views. Listen, I'm gonna dance on the rooftop and I'm gonna get 1,000 views. So whatever he sees is easy to do and is nice to do, and it doesn't take time, he does it. But what's easy isn't what's right.
Exactly.
Bigger, listen to me. Bigger doesn't mean better. All right, it is the شيء عن حده انقلب إلى ضده. You know what I mean? So like, you can't go big and then go back small. You've just done nothing. You just done this.
Yeah.
You walked and then you came back.
Exactly.
So basically, positivity is something that's very underrated. People are like, oh, trending. Positivity was never trending. Steve Harvey. Listen, there's Steve Harvey, there's Gary Vee, there's Bill Gates, there's Steve Jobs, there's بالقاسم حبة. We just call him الشروق. That's my guy. So
yeah.
there's like love these people, and they have such big communities, but sadly, not bigger than the people who dance around and do things. Listen, I'm not saying don't dance. Dance all you want. Do whatever you want with your life. But dancing is not going to get you anywhere. You know that God said Iqra for a reason, right? Why do you think billionaires get billions of dollars each and every day? Because they actually read books. Read the book. Open a book. Just, can you do me a favor right now, if you're watching the live stream? Just go open a book and read a word. And tell me if you don't continue reading the whole entire phrase.
Exactly.
Like, our mind wants knowledge, but we, like stupid idiots with our stupid subconsciousness, probably don't know that yet. Our mind...
It seems for them so boring, you know, when we say, just read something, read a book, it seems boring. I read a book, I'm going to watch a video about comedy or anything, you know.
I had that exact reaction a year ago. Why I've never, ever hated books as much as I was back then. Then when I opened the book one day, I was like,
seems interesting.
Oh my God, I like this. And then I finished reading the whole entire 5 pages, and I'm like, I want more. And then when it changed
the whole book.
No, I wouldn't read the whole book. That would take me longer than expected. I read very slowly. I read like...
القراءة أهم شيء. تبان لكم حاجة مملة أنك تهز كتاب وتقراه. قال لك أنا كانت مملة عندي بزاف، بصح سينس أي فتحت الكتاب هذاك، فتحت الكتاب بديت نقرا قلت أوكي interesting. أوكي محمد for me losers looked always for excuses, but winners always find possibilities. This is the key for me. Okay, I always told my community that God loves you. You need to know that. And God gives you just what you need, not what you want. You want a car. You want a Lamborghini right now. But maybe God plans for you another thing, much better, something you need. Okay?
Listen, listen. Well, this is like something, honestly, I learned this throughout the years. We were not always like, I was never always like, Muhammad talks, tuning in right here, going to Shuruk, or going to Al Jazeera, or going to anywhere. I was a plain person and doing plain weird things. The moment I just opened, like, I don't know, like, the moment I tried something new, I got here. Thanks to what? Experiments! That's why I love science, because science is amazing. But like all thanks to one experiment, which was reading, I got here.
Exactly.
I just opened a book one day, and now I'm here, like, hello. So what I tell you is, you need to find something new. Because Albert Einstein even said that imagination is what we need in life. It's not anything else. If you're not creative, you're not a human being.
Exactly. About humanity, since you asked about it last day, what is humanity for you?
So yeah, the best example for humanity is our prophet, peace be upon him. Like, genuinely, there's nobody better at being a human than our prophet. The reason why, if you're trying to debate, just stop immediately. There's no debating this. The reason why is there's no one on earth now, there's no one on earth who has ever been so nice, so truthful, so he's so like trustworthy, so amazing, so
an example,
beautiful, awesome, amazing, so mind changing, so influencing, so I can go on forever and ever until I die. But anywho, like, there has never been a person like our prophet, peace be upon him, and that's why I say humanity. Because the reason why humanity is our prophet taught us humanity. He taught us how to be a good human. He taught us that you should be the teacher of the person doing the wrong thing. He taught us that you should understand, that you should help the people in need, that you should do everything you can to, like, you know that there's a story of Dawood, and there was like a guy in the woods time right there, I would ask the Malik, the person who takes our souls and everything. He asked him, how much does this guy have left? He said, 6 days. And then he said, okay, all right. Then they continued conversation, or I don't know, because that's the only part I know. But then after that, that guy that he had 6 days left, and then he's dead, he was running on, he was coming on the street, and he saw a poor person. He was poor too, but he saw a poor person, and that poor person said, give me what God gave you. And he had only $6, not dollars, dinars in his pocket. He was like, here, have these. And then after 11 days, the Malik al-Maut, the angel of death, came and to Dawood, and Dawood said, he told me this guy has 6 days left. It's been 11 days. What happened? Okay. The angel of death said, with those 6 dinars, God gave him 60 years.
Wow.
You see, that's why I'm telling you, that's the true thing about humanity. Being a prophet, prophets showed us lots of things about humanity, honestly.
Okay.
Humongous. So what do you think humanity is now?
Since you talk about Steve Harvey, it seems like a person who inspired you the most.
Steve Harvey is one of the people that inspired me. The person that inspires me, a lot.
بالقاسم حبة.
Yeah.
Why you like بالقاسم حبة? Why exactly him?
Because one, he's from where he's kind of from where my background is. Sila. He was also somewhere in Wed.
Okay.
He was it was a little bit close, And he lived honestly. Say this is a cup of water. You see it's a cup of water. Boom. It's like a candle now. So he would stay up all night with a candle reading. That's how our parents used to, read.
Yeah.
It wasn't for everybody here. But he would stay reading with a candle. Now he's got 1,500 inventions. For those little microchips.
Yeah.
I stay hydrated.
اوكي بصحتك. I really like your الحاجه اللي عجبتني في الولايه تاعكم المسيله اخي محمد سي بيان مدينه هيستوريك. حاجه اللي الناس ما يعرفوهاش على المسيله، مدينه تاريخيه. عندكم واحد البرج هكذا صورت فيه في واحد الجبل هكذا،
قلعه بني حماد.
اكزاكتومون قلعه بني حماد عندها استوار كبيره. انا كي شفتها جاني معلم نورمال كيما تروح انت باغ اكزومبل تينغاد ولا تشوف معلم. ابري قريت عليها since we're talking about reading، قريت على هذا البيلدينغ لقيت بلي عنده استوار. تعرف الاستوار تاعها ولا ها؟
Not yet. I haven't gotten to listen to it, but I know a couple. Beni Hammad was a king and not a prince or a king and everything, and it was I don't know what that. I stopped there. I was like,
yeah.
I'm satisfied. Let me go now.
Yeah. I'm living in a kingdom. Oh, was a kingdom. Okay. So, since we're talking about Steve Harvey, as you know, guys, Steve Harvey has just 20 bucks in his pocket. After that, he became a rich man. آمن في روحه وش يكون هذا هارفيز، ما حبش يكون تقليد لشخص آخر، وسورتو امن في ربي. هيز بليفر. كي نقول لكم يامن في ربي ماشي بشرط لازم يكون مسلم، يامن بلي كاين جاد، يعني كاين فيث في الموضوع، كاين ايمان في الموضوع. اوكي. Since your mom is here, let me talk to her if it's possible. So مدام السلام عليكم ديجا.
سلام.
حبيت نقول لك حاجه على بالي سمعتيها بزاف مي لازم نقولها لك، الحق يقال. حبيت نقول لك بارك الله فيك على هذه التربيه وعلى هذه الاخلاق اولا.
مبارك انتم ثانيه، كثر خيركم. ميرسي بوكو.
سينس قاعد نشوف هذا الانسان اللي قدامي جو لو فوا جينيوس فوالا، وعلى باله بهذا الشيء، بس حنا دائما نقول الروبير منين جا، المرجع منين جا. المنبت تاعكم انتم طيب والتربيه تاعكم كانت طيبه، خلاتكم تخرجوا هذا الطفل الرائع ما شاء الله.
والله نعمه من عند ربي، الحمد لله.
الحمد لله، ربي يحفظه لكم فريمون ربي يحفظه من العين ان شاء الله، وانا نشوفه في اعلى المراتب. راكم انتم واقفين عليه، وهذه حاجه بليز امبورطونت. انا فرحت سانسيرمون تكون كي قلتي لي انا الماناجر تاعو، حاجه مليحه.
هو واجبنا، لازم نكونوا ديغيغ لي زونفون تاوعنا اللي ينحب يفو
C'est vrai, c'est vrai.
توري له الطريق الصحيح.
ولو تروك لو بلوز امبورطون الناس ما يعرفوهش vous savez que الاخ محمد ما عندوش تليفون وما يدخلش للسوشيال ميديا. ايماجين كي نحكي معاه غدوه باهي ريبوندي لي ووقتها فرحت سانسيرمون مدام كون تو ما دي كو اللي تي اون تران دو دورمير. ايماجين في الوقت تاع الرجال تاع الولاد الصغار كان راقد محمد. انت يا بريتند ذات يو ار نوت listening اوكي we're talking adult. I'm joking. اوكي قالت لي راه راقد ما تصورش قد ما فرحت. يعني التربيه ا سو بوان وصلت انها محترمه حتى مواعيد النوم تاعو ما تخليش يدخل للسوشيال ميديا باش ما يتاثرش. ماهوش اصلا العمر باش يكون عنده تليفون. باش حبيت نسقسيك حاجه ماشي نقول لك كيف علمتيه الانجليزيه سينس ديجا راهو بدا يتعلم هو يقول لنا كيف نتعلموا الانجليزيه منه. حبيت نقول لك برك وش هما لي روبير تاعك ولا المراجع تاعك باش ربيتي محمد باش عندنا والدين يديوك قدوه لهم.
شوف يعني كانت بزاف عوامل يعني من تربيتي انا والديا تربيه الوالد والدي هو الراح واللي عاونتني في لي لونغ اليوتيوب
سوشيال ميديا يوتيوب
هي اللي يعني اللي تيزيتها سامبلومون درتها تو تشكيت في انجليش خرج لي انهم هكذا داير شغل كراش ابليكيتها عجبتني هذيك الفكره ابليكيتها مع لي زونفون كانوا عندي هذا ويونس واللي تحت اخته دوكا راهم 4 الحمد لله
ما شاء الله ما شاء الله يحفظهم الله
تهتر كيما هو يعني الحمد لله وشنو كان اكثر شويه جدا
بيان سور هذا هو اللي يصنع الحلاوه في العائله كل واحد يكون يختلف على الاخر.
كيف محمد باش ديفلوب لا لونغ باترافيغ لا ليكتور يعني بصراحه يعني على الديفلوبمون وثاني باباه موراه كوتي تاع تكنيك تاع لافورماتيك ويتو اختصاص الوالد ما نكذبوش.
الله ما شاء الله
اون بارطاج هذا يعني التربيه
وكانه بروجي وانتم هما المدراء.
انا الحمد لله نشوف لي زونفون تاوعي هما استثمار حقيقي.
ما شاء الله ما شاء الله
سي فري وان شاء الله ربي يقدرنا ويقدر جميع
امين يا ربي امين.
انا الحاجه اللي مبازين عليها من البدايه الدين خاطرش بلا دين ما كاش تربيه صراحه. خاطر انا بني كيفاش علمته ديجا يهز الكتاب وكيفاش حببته لو كان معنى الطاعه طاعه الله والوالدين لو كان ما يطيعنيش هو عارف واش ربي ما يرضاش عليه وما يدخلش الجنه
صح
بهذه يعني انديريكتومون حبيت نفهموا بهذه حبيت ندخل له المطالعه ونفهموا الفوائد تاعها والحمد لله لقيت نتيجه وان شاء الله جبت مع لي زون
ما شاء الله
يابسوربي واش يسمع هكذا بون بيان سور لازم واحد يخير ماشي يتفرج كلش وماشي كلش مسموع وماشي كلش الحمد لله يعني كي نتفرجوا هكذا نشوفوا حاجه ايديكاتيف وهي قادره يعني تفيدوا نتفرجوا انصومبل نحسوا باللي هزوا يعرف يريزومي وثاني اساسا ما يعاودش كما نقولوا واش سمع اكزاكتومون يعاود اساسا الحمد لله يعني
ما شاء الله والله غير ما شاء الله
يعني ميرسي بوكو ربي يوفقك استاذ.
ربي يحفظك بالعكس بليزير لو ميا يعني جو فو ريميرسي على هذه التربيه وجو فو ريميرسي انه سمحتوا له يعني يطلع معايا سان في ان غرون بليزير.
يعيشك يسلمك.
Other questions and after that I'm going to work. Okay, the first question, how did you protect yourself from influence of social media, especially in Algeria, by the way?
Okay, so it's easy. I have this and I've got 1.5 hours a day, so I don't look at social media. I only play games or watch videos.
Wow. You don't have time to this. Okay.
No, I don't like it. I mean, what am I gonna do? Hey, oh my God, this guy commented something bad on me. I don't care.
Yeah. Since you are an influencer, you're gonna get a lot of bad comments, and you have to get.
There are bad comments, not bad comments. There are comments that are reasonable, like people who say, please, like, demonstrate more or like add more to your videos. Yeah, I can apply that. But people who are like, this guy don't know anything about English. I mean, it's their option that they said that. I have nothing to do with them. I mean, people who are sick or who are jealous, you can't stop them from having jealousy. You can't stop them from being sick. But like,
just ignore them.
give them more sickness. It's in the Quran. زدناهم مرضا.
ما شاء الله. سمعتوا الاكزومبل كان يحكي على الناس الغيورين ولا هذو اللي يكرهوك زد لهم مرض. سبحان الله يعني والله غير ما شاء الله. دونك محمد since you talk about that اعطينا the last advice for you في اي حاجه تحب في البوزيتيفيتي في الموتيفيشن anything you want advise us.
So I just wanted to tell you guys يعني مهما كنت في حالة مالية مش مليحة، كنت ما عنديش مريض عيان تعبان، you were on the streets, you don't know what to do, you're reading a book. I want to tell you one thing. هذه كاع الناس اللي نجحوا ما داروها. Never give up. يعني مهما كنت ما عندكش المال تقدر ما لازمش يكون عندك حاجة باش تقراها. If you never give up, you always win in life.
Exactly, yeah.
Because the only way to win, like listen, بالقاسم حبة never gave up. الحمد لله. Steve Harvey never gave up. Steve Jobs. Did you see? If you haven't seen already the Steve Jobs movie, it's a wonderful movie. Talking about who created Apple. This is not an Apple. This is a Windows by Bill Gates. Bill Gates. Yeah, this is by Bill Gates. So Bill Gates. A wonderful movie too. Steve Harvey's story. Dude, the man had $20 to get to Apollo. He got there, and what he did, I'm sorry for that, but what he did was he was commenting, you know, that there was like a boxing fight and somebody punched that guy that his eye turned blue.
Yeah.
So he was commenting on that. He was saying, "Ow, he hit me with a left eye, right eye punch."
Exactly.
And,
he started talking with his eye. Yeah, exactly.
He was like commenting as if the eye was speaking, and people were laughing at him. He was genuinely feeling like that was his spot, the stage, and people liked it. People added more to it, commented it, added, like, they pushed him. You see, these are the people that you should do. You know, I just wanted to say something. You see, like an example, if I could have books or anything.
Yeah.
You see, the book that is filled with information always goes down. It doesn't say I have information, but the book that has nothing always goes up. You know what I mean? So always go down. Don't make yourself go up.
You blew me up يعني والله غير كوديتني بالآخر. I didn't see that coming. سانسيرمون ما شاء الله والله. ها كمل اخويا كمل عجبتني الحكايه والله.
They all never gave up. Why? They had faith. You right now, you're watching me, you're doing anything, you're playing video games. If you want to control yourself, ask yourself why. Like, say I'm playing a video game. Why am I doing this? It's not going to help me.
Yeah.
It's not going to add to me. You're watching a video. You know what? The only thing that you're doing is you're wasting time. If you're watching a video in your very vital, important time, this is something said by Brian Tracy. He says that you should do something that pays you $50 an hour. 24 is $1,200.
Yeah.
So, بدراهمنا نقدر نقولوا 25 مليون.
A lot of money.
So, in a day, that's times 30. This times 30 is like more than 100, almost 100 million, like, dollars a day.
Yeah.
So if you do this, if we all, let me tell you this, if we all had the same way of thinking, the world, we would be living on Mars, but there would be nothing to say in humanity. If we all got A's, A plus, 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 we would all learn that life is easy, nothing's hard in life. I'ma just play games for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
If we all got A pluses easily, that's not life. Society doesn't work that way. Let me tell you. They said that somebody who they said that was an idiot was in a group of people who were like twins and you know, like quadruples, and they would all be the first. So when he came, he said hello to only one of them. And they always said, why? He said, because you're all the same. I don't see a difference in you. If you all get the same ideas, the same grades, the same
I
thing
can
to
see that.
wear. So he said that I'm not the idiot here. You guys are being the same. I'm the smart one for being different. So if you're not different from your friends,
You're an idiot.
just get a life.
Yeah, live. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Thank you so much, Mohammed. I have nothing to say after that. Okay. بارك الله فيك. It was a pleasure يعني talking to you. Really ماشي قاعدين نهضر فيها قدام community mais vraiment c'est un plaisir de parler avec toi même avec tes parents. J'espère que الناس استفادوا من واش هضرت نتايا. كما قلت لكم خاوتي ما تنساوش تتابعوه. فوالا بزاف يفيدكم سواء في الانجليزيه في السيلف ديفلوبمنت. انا ينسبيريني خاوتي، انا هذا عبد انا ينسبيريني. دونك واش نزيدكم فوق حاجه كما كذا نخلي لكم ها هو الانستغرام تاعو واليوتيوب تاعو خاصه يدير فيديوهات قصيره ومفيده يعني مش حين تملوا بيان سور. لكن انتم حبيتوا تشجعوا الحاجه تاع الخير، لا حبيتوا تشجعوا حاجه التفاهه هذيك حاجه خلاف. باش يكون عندك واحد في الجزائر هكذا وتغض عليه النظر ومن بعد كي تشوفه وصل تولي تقول ايه 1 2 3 فيفا لاجيري. نو حبيبي لازم انت اللي تشجعه ولازم انت اللي توقف معاه. خاطرش افون تو هذا راهو خونا، ماشي نقولوا خونا خاطرش هو جزائري، خونا. انايا نحلم يكون عندي خويا هكا في الدار. فوالا انا بالنسبه لي راك ولدي راك خويا وراك مسؤوليتي. دونك اي حاجه تطلبها لازم انا ندير لامبوسيبل باش نحققها لك. راك فاهم؟ اوكي فوالا. وهذه نقول لك لي في الوقت تاعك اي حاجه كاين الانستغرام ما بيناتنا تحتاج اي حاجه I'm doing my best to achieve what you want. Okay فوالا.
Yeah, so yeah, thank you very much. And by the way, I'm also like writing a couple of articles on the, Google. And like in about a month or so, I will be having a website filled with like articles about positivity, helping the people in need, childhood, like the easy life that's easy. There's lots of them, and I've got podcasts on Spotify.
Okay. مادام حبيت نقول لك في لي كومونتير بزاف قاعدين يقولوا لي ادعيوا لنا ربي يكون عندنا طفل كيما هكذا. فوالا مي انا ندعي لكم تكونوا انتم عندكم عقليه كيما الوالده تاعو. فوالا
ان شاء الله.
هذه فوالا
تكونوا تعبوا معاهم ميم با ماشي بزاف في بدايه التربيه تتعبوا بعد تنالوا ان شاء الله العمر كله ان شاء الله. ربي يعيشهم برك. والله
يا مدام او ربي اللي عالم كيف قاعد نشوف فيك كيما القصه تاع ابو هريره رضي الله عنه. الوالده تاعو
ربي يعزك
والله كيف كان ربي الوالده تاعو سي اكزاكتومون لا ميم فاصون. وشوفوا دوك ابو هريره خلدوا التاريخ سبحان الله. عاد حديث من الكبار كيفاه تربى بهذه لا فاصون. لكن احنا ما نجحناش طفل كيما هكذا. ما كان لازم تقول عليا مسلم وما كان لازم تقول عليا مؤمن، ما كان لازم تقولي وان تو تري في فلاجيري ما تحقهاش. فوالا كي توقف مع خوك كيما هكا وتوصلوا وينجح ولي نشوفوا انا فريمون راهو ناجح ووصل واش يحب. خاطرش انا افون تو المسؤوليه تاع الوالده تاعو والوالد تاعو سي بون راهم بينوه لكم، راهو رباوه لكم بيان كوم يلفو وخرجوه لكم. راكم شفتوه في السوشيال ميديا. دونك راهي مسؤوليتكم انتم كشعب انكم توصلوه وتنجحوه وتوقفوا معاه بيان سور. خاطرش راهو خوكم صح. فوالا لكن كنتو فريمون دي الجيريان ولا دي زاراب اون جينيرال. فوالا حبيت نقول لكم بارك الله فيكم كامل لي بارون تاعك وانتايا. It was a pleasure talking to you my brother.